Water is a hydraulic.
Okay, we're explaining how this drip irrigation works. Okay.
When you put when you charge a half-inch line at 80 pounds, when you take a quarter-inch line off of it, you're going to have roughly 90 to 95 pounds of pressure there because the flow is still the same, but it's on a smaller gauge, smaller hose.
Okay, so when these little lines come off, they're going to have higher pressure than what's in that feed line. Okay.
This is your constant.
Okay. So that pressure is, okay, constant because
as you add farther out on your quarter-inch line, your pressure's going to drop.
Okay. And we have how many feet on this? It's
20 feet.
Okay, 20 feet on the feed line. I think and I think when you buy these, they count all the hoses, how many feet are on all the hoses. And so this was like 150 feet, 175 feet. And then it tees off down into, But anyway, we bought this. Our main beds here are all on drip irrigation. And you know what? It's working out wonderfully for us. What we're doing now is we're going to be putting these and then up onto the deck on drip irrigation. The beans, the strawberry, well, probably not the strawberries because that's a lot of feeds. Probably not the beans either, huh? Yeah, we put the beans on there. Why not what?
Put them all on there.
The strawberries? You're going to put a thing in each one of those strawberries?
Put a vortex one up there.
Oh, okay, so it'll just shoot it out. It goes up and...
It's just water fountain.
Like, okay. So you just put it in a couple of places on there.
These here come out like a spider.
Okay. All right, so then the strawberries and then...
Put one in the top of each one. Set it up and let them vortex.
Okay.
They'll flood it out.
What about over on the side there, like the trees and the bushes and stuff? Are we leaving those out? Or are we, and then we're just coming down this line here?
That's all hand water.
Okay. Yeah, so we're going to come down this line here. And I bought, I think I paid after tax or whatever a couple of years, no, it was last year, 2 years ago on eBay. I bought this drip irrigation and I don't know what it is, but I can't order shit off of eBay without the order getting screwed up. Well, so I ordered this and it was supposed to be here within 10 days. And a month later, it's like, hey, where's my friggin' drip irrigation system? And the guy finally sends me a tracking number. And I watched this thing go through the U.S. Postal Service in a loop from where was it? Minnesota, Wisconsin, somewhere like that. Chicago, maybe. And it would go down to friggin' Texas. And then over to Arizona, up to Portland, Oregon, up to Seattle, and then back over to Minnesota. And it did this loop around in, this part of the United States 4 or 5 times before I ever got it. I actually had to put in a claim with PayPal to get my money back because it was ridiculous. And then a month later, it finally shows up at my house. And then so Bob hooks it up and it's shit. It just is a piece of shit. So we ordered this new one, which is very similar to what we have installed in this. And this works great. And it just goes off with that hose right there. And so we've got a lot of tees and a lot of hoses around here. But, it's worth it for the ease of just going out there and turning the friggin' hose on. And that's how come this garden is like it is. And I'm not getting any, leaf blight on my tomatoes or whatever, is because they're on drip irrigation. And now these guys will be too. Bob's got to get this tomato fertilized. That is the green cream cherry. Those are jalapenos. Those need to be fertilized. We're pruning the leaves off of that zucchini as they come on with downy mildew. And so far it's looking pretty good. It's coming back because it was a big plant and it got a severe haircut. But it's doing okay now. And then we will do the drip irrigation on up. We'll probably put 2 per bed up there with the beans. And then, like he said, put one of the vortex ones on the top of each one of the strawberry towers. And then we'll come on down to the birdhouse gourd, the celery, over to these eggplants, the squash, peppers, and then the tomato. Oh, you can just attach those? Oh, great. Okay, so those are already set up then. That's cool. Cool. And if there's enough, maybe we'll go around and hit like the onions or something up there. Who knows? But that is our goal. And we would, the lettuce. The lettuce, maybe we could put that lettuce up underneath the bean beds and it'll be shaded enough up there. But right now, the lettuce, we have it. Let me see if I can dial in. It's right there under the deck because it's so freaking hot out. We're going through a heat dome right now, and it's just So I'm not actually going to be out here very much longer because of that bullshit. I don't like it. It doesn't like me either. But I will tell you, that garden right there loves it. Look at those tomato plants. From the 1st of June, when they didn't even reach the bottom of the candle panel, to now, look at those. That right there is incredible to me. That tomato right there, it's a dirty curdy. Most of these little starts, these tomatoes, look at them. Almost every single one of them has at least reached the bottom of the cattle panel, which is absolutely amazing because I did not think that I could save any of those tomatoes. And I've got one in there called a Jerry's German Giant, and literally it wasn't even as big as that scraggly little pepper start right there. It wasn't even that big. It was maybe a centimeter. I was gonna throw it out. Bob's like, no, pot it up. So I did. We put it in the greenhouse. They were in there for a couple of weeks. And the damn thing survived. It's a strong ass tomato. I will save seeds from it for next year because, I mean, why wouldn't I? Something that has that will to grow and is that strong? Hell yes. And I got those seeds from Alexei over in Ukraine. He's got an amazing variety of tomatoes, and I've ordered quite a few from him. I will probably order from him again next year just to, expand what I have a little bit. But I think the Jerry's German Giant is this little guy here. No, it's not. Jerry's German Giant is on this side of the trellis. I know that. And yes, my voice is hashed, but I have sinus issues going on. And it's draining down my throat, so it's affecting my vocal cords. So, and somebody had mentioned on one of my other videos, do you smoke 3 or 4 packs a day? Actually, I don't smoke at all. I quit over 3 years ago. Thank you very much. So here's the garden. And we're very, very pleased with how it's turning out this year. These raised beds were the best idea we ever got. And I'm going to end this video now. I'm going to give this camera over to Bob because the geese are all sleeping.